Welcome to Willpower to Create, the podcast that I made by accident. My name is Will Powers, and I'll be the host of this new show, and I'll do a quick introduction for myself just to give you a bit of perspective into who I am, why would you want to listen to this podcast, and what the podcast is actually going to be about. Like I said, my name is Will Powers, and I'm a new content creator currently based in Lincoln, Nebraska. I have this dream to become a voice actor, and I wanted to come up with a practical way to achieve that goal, and thus I became a content creator. I'm relatively new to YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, TikTok, but I've seen growth across these platforms as I've continued to release content. Like I said at the beginning of this podcast you're watching right now or listening to was actually made by accident. I went live on Twitch to play Among Us with some friends, but most people that I gotten together for the game ended up being an hour or two late to play, except for one other guy who happened to also be another small streamer. We started talking to get to know each other, and after a few minutes, I realized that we were having an insightful conversation about the pros and the cons of trying to become a content creator. That is when it hit me. I have seen plenty of people recall their rise to becoming popular streamers, but I've never seen someone actually intentionally record and document that practice. So Willpower to Create was born, a show about a total novice becoming a successful content creator. Of course, that's contingent on me becoming successful, but let's not focus on that. I'll be talking about my experience getting started in streaming, videography, podcasting, vocal instruction, and everything else that goes into creating fun and engaging content. I'll also be conducting interviews with some of my friends who are streamers themselves, some people in the industry, and some people who have finished their journey in streaming. I know some professionals in broadcasting, and just maybe other people I meet along the way. If any of that interests you, I think you'll enjoy the show as it develops and grows. And here's the first episode of Willpower to Create, an impromptu talk show about the good, the bad, the ugly in the world of content creation. Nikeen? Is that how you... Oh, Nikeen? Is that how you pronounce that?
Yeah, Nikin.
Nikeen? Cool. Sweet. This is one of those guys I was talking about. I just met him through a random chat on Discord. So it's pretty cool that I'm going to be playing with him. How you doing tonight, Nikeen?
I'm doing good. We just got done watching The Voice with my family, catching up,
Watching the what?
Or not The Voice, the Masked Singer.
Oh, nice. I've never actually gotten into that show. I haven't had cable in like years since I moved out of my house.
Oh yeah, it's on Hulu. That's what I've been watching it on.
Oh, nice. Cool. How long you been streaming for?
On and off, but I started getting more like consistent because I've had to move. Probably about 2-3 months ago.
Okay. And so been more consistently streaming for 2 or 3 months then?
Yeah, I've been doing that. Been actually uploading, been actually like putting stuff on my channel, like a schedule and everything.
Nice, that's awesome.
Been
I don't even have that up yet.
Kind of rough.
Yeah, I'm in like this weird awkward stage right now where I just had a job, but I just lost my job. Well, I didn't lose it. I got a new job, but when I turned in my 2 weeks, my old job was like, you could just not come in. So I have like this weird month-long time where I have nothing to do, and I was like, man, I'm just gonna pound the stream and see if I can get some followers, see if I can get some traction, and see what happens there,
How's that been going for you?
So far really well. I just posted like one TikTok like 4 days ago, and that had I think right now it's at 42,000 views. So yeah,
I'm thinking about using TikTok. I feel like It's a good app to use.
Yeah. So I just posted one video there, and then I've been posting every day for the last 5 days on YouTube and on Facebook, and then on TikTok. Just like I don't post like whole videos of my stream from Twitch. I take the funniest 10 minutes, and then I edit it and make it even funnier, and then that's what I put out there.
I'm thinking about making it or making one. I feel like I need it.
Yeah,
I've just been
that's
so skeptical.
that's one of those things that like everyone that I've researched on how do you actually grow a stream, that's what everyone says is like get a broad kind of audience across multiple platforms so that people are seeing you everywhere.
Yeah, I just got affiliate. I think it was like 2 days before Christmas, so like the 23rd. And so it's really cool about that because it's kind of at that point I felt like maybe I have to uh put in some money, and so I decided to pay a Fiverr artist for emotes and badges just recently. I'm at
Nice.
that weird point. It's like I don't know what to do or how or like what I'm doing.
Yeah. I haven't I don't have any like badges or anything yet, which I feel bad about because I do have a couple of people that have like followed. I even have a few subscribers now.
Oh
Um,
really?
yeah. So just kind of waiting. I'm not really waiting. I just need to get that done. Honestly, it's just I don't have a lot of money because I'm in between those two
Yeah,
jobs,
yeah,
like
yeah.
I said. So it's a tough spot. Sweet, yeah. I just got a little bit of a new setup. I had my ring light, but it was literally just sitting on the lens of my camera before, so I got a stand, and now it's actually like correctly positioned.
I've been fighting with myself if I want to do a webcam or not, because as of right now, I'm in an apartment and like I'm used to having an office, which is what I had before. And at this point, I'm just like, I don't know if I even want to show my face on stream yet. That's like a big internal battle I've been having with myself ever since I started.
I get there. I'm already showing my face though, so I can't
It's
stop
too
now.
late to
You know,
go
it's
back.
like
Once you
so.
start, you can't. They very came for that content. You can't stop it.
Yep. But I don't mind that much. I enjoy because it definitely makes editing videos easier because I like to do zoom ins on my face because I make stupid faces a lot. So
It seems like a benefit in my opinion. I do have a camera. I have literally everything for it except for that little ring light that like a lot of people have, which I've been debating on if I should even get, but it's just
it's
like I
literally
said,
like
if I
20
need it.
bucks, not even.
Yeah, it's not more of like the resources. It's more of the should I not? Maybe if
Yeah.
I actually do get a following and then people bother me enough about it, I might.
Yeah, cool. I get that. What was the since we're basically doing a podcast here, I'll switch into my podcast voice. What was the moment when you decided that you wanted to go into streaming?
Uh, it started off with YouTubing. Believe it or not, I did want to do YouTubing because I saw like I've been watching like ever since I was 15, probably younger than that. I watched Vanos Gaming. It was like my favorite of all time
Oh
YouTubers.
yeah, I love them. Yeah.
Like their whole group. I absolutely loved them. And then I started watching like people on Twitch, and then I just realized that watching streamers is a lot more fun because like you get to actually talk to them, and then they get to talk to you back. And I thought that was always kind of a cool thing. So I think it was probably roughly about a year or two ago, whenever I got my computer in order to do all of this.
Yeah, I get that. I was just
What about
listening to
you?
it. For me, it's wanting to go into voice acting.
Okay.
I really want to discover a niche for myself, and I think this is a good way to do it. I think building an online audience is a better way to get yourself into the industry because you already have a following, and when talent looks at you, they don't just look at you; they look at the amount of people that you bring with you.
Yeah.
Um, so I think that's why starting here is really good. And then I actually have been listening to a podcast. If you do want to go into streaming, there's a really great podcast. It's called what's it? It's the Bro something whatever. But they were talking about just the way that the streaming industry is going to be taking over like large portions of the entertainment industry in the next few years, just because it is a time sensitive, like you were saying, a time sensitive form of entertainment that no is different than any other entertainment that you can possibly like work with.
So yeah, I mean, basically how I see it too is like if you ever think back to the 90s, early 2000s, how they're like, oh, this was recorded in front of a live audience, and you
Yeah,
get like those people laughing. That's basically what streaming is in like 2020.
yeah, exactly.
Like you
Except,
now
I
get
mean,
to
it's
see
really
live
live.
reactions.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you don't get to just hear a laugh track. Like you could actually like, I mean, with certain streamers and how I kind of want to make the channel eventually, like just completely like give in like an interactivity in the chat, like the emotes and everything. That's one step. But I do want to eventually do things like, oh, like if you do this, something happens on my channel or whatever. I do want to try this stuff like that. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, for sure. I love that idea.
I do think that that's a good idea though. I mean, to get into like getting noticed, you want to create some type of form of following on social media, and I feel like at that point, that's basically all like gaining any type of publicity is a lot of just social media, social media. Who you know, who knows you.
Yeah, I was talking with a couple friends, and people don't realize the amount of startup that comes with streaming. I definitely didn't. I had no idea how much work I was gonna have to do to be able to just put my face on the screen and make it look good.
Oh my
Like
god, don't even get me started on audio quality.
exactly, exactly. Like the amount of time and energy I put into doing this is just I can't even like I don't know how many hours I put into YouTube videos of watching the basics just to learn this.
It's funny because like you see a lot of like on those smaller YouTubers, smaller Discord like channels on Discords. Like a lot of people were like looking for editors, and they're like, right now you're probably not gonna get paid, but you'll get whatever percentage like 50% ad revenue. Sometimes they'll even offer like 30%. And I'm like, you realize how unfair that is? Because I edited some videos myself, and just doing the half-ass like jobs I've done, I feel like that is significantly more time consuming, frustrating, and harder than just playing a game and trying to make something funny
Yeah, yeah.
or something like content.
And I'm doing all my editing on my by myself right now. Like the
Yeah,
videos that I
same.
do, they take about 2 hours at least. If I'm making a good video. Um so like as I'm starting to approach this full-time job and walking into basically 40 hours a week, I'm going to be working probably 80 to 90 hours a week coming up.
Yeah, Jesus.
So, and I don't like say that like totally crazy, but like I say that because I do consider the stream work for my own mental capacity so that I don't get lazy with it.
I do feel like I can't really stop. It's like one of those things I have to stay in the flow with to like
Yes,
continue,
yes.
or else I'll just like end up like not like just these past 2 days I haven't really been able to stay on my schedule I just put out because of the holidays, and I'm just like I kind of feel like bad.
Yeah. And that's the thing is like I started streaming before and I treated it like it was a fun thing that I was going to do, and then like sometimes it's hard to get in front of the camera. Like you want to have fun, you want to play games, and you want to like create funny content, but you don't realize that that means you have to not necessarily put on a personality, but you kind of do.
But I mean, you have to be in the mood for it. Like if you're in a bad mood, then you probably shouldn't hit that like that live button.
Well, I mean, yeah, but you also like there is an extent where you sometimes you have to, and you have to
Yeah.
put on that mood. And in those cases, that's work. You know, that's like you got to show up, you got to put your time in. But then there's also the days where it's just like you're having a great time, you love everything you're doing, but then you shut the camera off and you got to edit the video, and that's work. You know, sometimes you don't want to do it. So that's where
At
I
that,
really changed
yeah.
my mindset and perspective of saying this is I'm treating this like a job. I love that I'm doing it, but if I don't be a boss to myself,
You won't get the
like
results
I'm
you
gonna
want.
slack off. Yeah,
Yeah, I get that. Like honestly, at that point, I recommend copious amounts of caffeine. I do drink energy drinks quite a bit, especially whenever I do like 4 or 5 to sometimes like I think even 8 hour long gaming sessions with my friends. I'm just like, God, I'm burnt out from trying so hard in video games.
Yeah, that's funny you said that because as you said that, I was taking a drink out of coffee that I bought right before this. I was literally, yeah, I like I said, I had a couple of nights, the last couple nights where I stayed up super late. Like, I've got a podcast that I produce. It's a D&D podcast called Today in Adventuring, and we had a
Okay.
Christmas episode come out, but the Christmas episode was 3.5 hours long. And it took me like literally like 10, 15 hours to edit that thing. And so I was up till 4 a.m. And then the next day it was Christmas and I was spending time with my brother and we were at this hotel and my brother and I just stayed up and talked a lot of philosophy and just like where we were at in life. But we stayed up till 2 a.m. again and then I had to wake up early for whatever reason. And so yeah, I just right before my stream I was like, I'm getting coffee. I need it now.
I typically drink rain energy drinks or like bangs right before. But I ran
Nice.
out. I have coffee, but I don't want to brew coffee at like my time 8 o'clock in the afternoon.
One of the guys in my chat told me to quit whining.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Oh, that's awesome. I've been thinking about doing a giveaway with the success that I had on my first TikTok. I was thinking about doing something that's like, wow, this mic is always right over my mouth. I don't like that, but I also like I don't want to have it too sensitive because it picks up the sound of my computer because it's ancient and it has a giant fan on the side. But also, whatever. Um, what was I saying? I totally had an ADD moment there.
Something your TikTok because of your TikTok video you want to do another giveaway?
Oh yeah. So I was thinking about doing a giveaway on TikTok of something like, hey, if I hit 100 followers, or I'm already at 100. If I hit 1,000 followers by this time, I'll do like a 12-hour stream, and then at the end of the stream, I'll do a giveaway, something like that. I just think something that's gonna encourage people to follow that channel. That's gonna feed into other channels. That's just kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing a stream. I hopefully can make it that long. But just basically if my friends want to, because I have other friends who are interested in streaming. One friend in particular who's actually like going so crazy to the point where he's actually gonna buy a second computer just for a streaming computer. But I was hoping to do a giveaway along side by side with him to do a couple gift cards right off the bat, just from between the two of us. And I think between the two of us, he said like I think there'll be six actually, six like I think anywhere between 3 to 6 gift cards between the two of us to be given away to the viewers and followers.
Nice. Yeah, I was trying to think about what I would do for like what would I give away that could um be good for my audience, Like I was thinking gift cards could be fun. Um but I was trying to figure out something creative. Like I did a giveaway for my D&D podcast and we gave away a set of like a custom set of Dungeons and Dragons books that each member of the podcast signed.
Really?
Yeah. So I was trying to figure out what's something like that I can do that my community would enjoy. I barely even have a community yet. So what can I do to increase my community, increase kind of the camaraderie within my community, and yeah, I don't know.
I feel like yeah, it's kind of hard, especially so, like you don't have a lot of probably people like to try to like join everything. I want to encourage it because one, it's cool. I like talking to people. That's part of the reason why I like
Yeah.
wanted to do this. Another reason is it's kind of like you get to do a giveaway, man. Like I get to like give you something for free, bro.
Yeah.
Like thank you for supporting my channel. Let me thank you. Like that's what I think is really cool. Like being small, like every little follow, every little viewer helps. Like it's so like
Yeah.
small streamers appreciate like everybody that ever comes through, and so
Definitely.
that's why I personally I'm so willing to be like, hey, you came here and watched me like for these past like X amount of streams, dude. Join this freaking giveaway so that way I could give something back to you,
Yeah.
right?
That's why I want to like I want to start small with that 12-hour stream because I think it'd be fun. It's like a fun challenge. And one of the things I'm really trying to cultivate right now with my viewers, so to the people watching this right now, thank you for being here. One of the things I'm trying to cultivate is this idea that you're a part of my community now,
Yeah.
by being in my chat. And so I'm even trying to come up with like a group for a name for the group. And I'm half ginger, like my beard is ginger, but my hair is brown. So the name I came up with was the Half Soul Squad.
Soul Squad. I like it. I personally like it.
Yeah. And so that's what I'm trying to like figure out as to how to brand myself in that way that people feel like they're joining me and that they're a part of something, and that they can share with other people something that they love because they're a part of it.
I mean, yeah, I feel like at that, like, people are gonna follow, people are gonna watch, they're gonna want to like know that they're part of something, you know? Like I hate as I prefer watching smaller streamers. I like
Yeah.
actually looking like hitting that like low to high like filter on Twitch and watching the smaller streamers because they literally respond to everything.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
and the thing is like they'll conversate with you, they'll tell you everything, and they're really like in my opinion they're like I'm not saying every fake stream or big streamer is fake, but obviously they know their audience and a lot of their audiences are definitely the younger kids.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that they're not filtering as much as these bigger streamers because they don't have to, and I think it's cool.
Yeah, I think there's also when you hit a certain point, because starting where we're at right now with just the one or two, I had a stream the other day that had a consistent 7 viewers, which that felt so good. With us, we're putting all of the work in. Like, I'm not saying we're working harder than people that are streaming full time, with the huge audiences. I'm just saying, like, we are creating our own marketing content. We're scheduling everything ourselves. We're the ones that are editing the videos. Whereas when you hit that higher level that people are on, they have people that are doing that stuff for them, and they're just focusing on being entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think there is a place of like I do like watching smaller streamers because they are emotionally involved when you watch because you are the one person watching. But I also do like watching like a higher profile streamer. Like I love watching like Disguised Toast and Saikuno, Valkyrie.
Sekuno.
Yeah, Corpse.
Their Among Us videos are pretty funny, yeah.
They're hilarious. I mean, if you watch my videos, you will clearly see that they have inspired me personally in my creative process. So yeah, just like I love watching their videos because they get to focus on being funny, and they don't have to worry about what comes after because they got people that worry about that for them.
And Facebook streaming, I don't know, is that easier or harder to get a following? I haven't really I don't have a Facebook. I just made a Facebook for this channel, and I don't know if Facebook gaming or Facebook streaming is actually easier for publicity or harder. Because I know Twitch apparently has like one of the worst for like getting your name out there and publicizing yourself. It's all about networking at that point, like using other social media like Facebook. Whereas Facebook, I feel like since it's a streaming platform or streaming and social media platform on its own, should be bigger or it should be easier to like connect with people that you want to like come watch you. That's just my personal opinion. I haven't really seen a lot on it. I'm sorry, somebody just told me that in my chat that they're a Facebook streamer.
I think it is a little bit different just because those are a little bit like Facebook's a newer streaming platform, so there's less content creators on there. So in that case, it might be easier to find a niche there. And like you said, advertising on Facebook is built into the system itself. You can pay for advertising, and it's not going to cost you $100,000. It's going to be a pretty penny, but it's possible to do on Facebook. So I don't know if I would necessarily say it's easier, but the possibility is there.
my buddy has a. I follow him. He streams on Facebook, and he's really the only Facebook streamer I've like actually seen. He just told me that he was saying that Disguised Toast is a Facebook streamer. By the way, I didn't know
Yeah.
that. I don't really watch Disguised Toast. I do watch Saikuno sometimes, but through other people.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's how
yeah.
I think they're all pretty funny. But I mean, I get a notification every time he goes live, and sometimes like I'm just like, wow. Like I think Twitch does that if you can follow people too. But they after following him, I also got so many suggestions for other streamers, like on my actual like Facebook feed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and I
that's really
constantly, as I'm
convenient.
scrolling, see streamers pop up playing games. Yeah, and I'm glad I'm starting to put the work in to kind of build a small streamer community, because I think that's one of the more important parts of starting to get your name out there is having other people that you stream with. Because the nice thing about me streaming right now, with you being here, is my one viewer sees you, and your one viewer sees me. And so just the amount of exposure that we both get, it doubles or triples or whatever.
Yeah. I like collabing. Like one, I like just like meeting new people. It's really fun. I mean, gaming, in my opinion, is
Yeah.
supposed to be like a social thing. I definitely play a lot with the same group as always, but they're all out of town for this Christmas holidays,
Okay, yeah.
unfortunately. So,
And they're all streamers.
one of them is.
Nice.
One of my friends is. The others are just like people I've been gaming with for probably like 5 years. 5 years.
Yeah.
And he wants to get really into it, but I don't know. He just hasn't had the time lately.
Well,
So
I just
I
look at
think
like the profiles, like if you into Minecraft at all, like shoot, what's his name? Now I'm forgetting. It starts with an S. He's a British kid. It's like Steven in it or something like that. I look at him and Dream, and George Not Found, and those guys, because their videos, the moment they post one video, each one of them gets an incredible amount of an incredible amount of exposure. And the first guy I mentioned, I can't remember his name. He went from 100,000 subscribers on YouTube when the pandemic started to now he's at about 4 million. I know that this episode ended a little bit abruptly, but again, this wasn't supposed to be a podcast. It just became one. The next episode will have far more thought and intentionality put into it. But thank you for listening. I hope this helped you take a step towards your dreams, or at the very least, entertained you for a short period of time. I'm Will Powers. Tune in next time.